Hello everyone, hope you're all well. Before I put my Legends video, I wanted to say that I am quite excited and I really hope that my friend in South Africa can find a few videos, especially one video of me where my Cameroonian friend's son video when he was exactly 2 years old. The day he turned 2 years old, we took a video of him batting with a plastic bat. He was barely standing and he was playing like really nice cover drives, straight bat, and really powerful shots with really good timing as well. He used to really bat well. I mean, even when he was crawling, I was with him with cricket. So if that video comes along, I'm sure it will be probably a big hit on YouTube because I've never heard anyone a 2-year-old batting. So I'm really hoping that I can find that video. My friend is looking for it in South Africa. Anyway, today I wanted to give Andy Roberts of West Indies, the great Sir Andy Roberts of West Indies. He was born 29th January 1951 in Antigua, and he is the first player from Antigua to play Test cricket for West Indies. And he only played 47 Test matches, which is sad, and he took 202 wickets. And he had two 10-wicket hauls and 11 5-wicket hauls. And in first class cricket, he took 889 wickets and he had 47 5-wicket hauls and 7 10-wicket hauls as well. In first class cricket, he did play for Leeward Islands in West Indies. He played for Hampshire in English County. He also played for Leicestershire in England, and he also played for New South Wales in Australia as well. And it's sad, I mean, someone who was really one of the greatest bowlers of his times, and he was known as the father of modern West Indian bowling, fast bowling. But they say, I mean, he was overbowled in the 1970s by Hampshire and West Indies. Therefore, he had a really short career, only 47 Test matches, which is really sad for his times that he played 70s and 80s. I mean, if he had played around 80 to 100 Test matches, he would have easily taken more than 400 wickets. And Andy Roberts was really excellent. He was 6 foot 2 inches, but he looked shorter, standing with Michael Holding and Joel Garner. He was one of the famous quartet fast bowlers that West Indies had in the mid 70s, early 80s. Like the Indian spinners, the West Indies quartet fast bowlers were very famous and deadly in the 70s and 80s. And a lot of people do think that Malcolm Marshall is a part of that quartet, but he's not. The four of them were actually Andy Roberts, Michael Holding, Joel Garner, and Colin Croft. Four of them were the quartet fast bowlers that West Indians had. Malcolm Marshall was playing around those times, but he was not actually a part of that quartet. And Andy Roberts in 1975, he was once recorded 99.1 miles per hour speed, 159.5 kilometer per hour. So that he was extremely fast. I mean, imagine in the 1975 having that pace on unprepared wickets where batsmen didn't have helmets also. And he was his nickname was the Hitman. That's how he was known, and he was even being called the silent assassin sometimes, or the expressionless assassin, because he didn't show a lot of reactions after taking wickets, but he was deadly fast and good. Imran Khan once said that he faced a ball from Andy Roberts, and he said that was the fastest and most terrifying ball that he had ever faced in his life. And Sunil Gavaskar has rated Andy Roberts as the best fast bowler that he faced. And I have read when I was young that Sunil Gavaskar only played 3 Test matches against the great Dennis Lillee of Australia. So Gavaskar definitely picked Andy Roberts as the best fast bowler that he faced because he hadn't played a lot against Dennis Lillee. And I've also heard Sir Ian Botham, I mean, he picked Andy Roberts and Dennis Lillee as the best 2 fast bowlers that he has ever faced. And he said there's nothing much to separate between the two, and both were equally good. And I've also heard Sir Geoffrey Boycott talk a lot about Andy Roberts and how good he was. And Andy Roberts, I mean, he was definitely very fast, as I already mentioned. And one of his big trademarks was that he had 2 different bouncers. At that time, he's the only one who possessed that. He had a slower bouncer and also a very fast bouncer, and he used to bowl it on purpose And the slow bouncer, I mean, fast bowler batsman could hook it for four or pull it for four, and then he would come up with a faster bouncer, which would surprise the batsman, which was because it was much faster, and he used to get them caught at the boundary or nicking to the keeper and also hitting the batsman on the body. He is someone who has hit a lot of batsmen on the body with his vicious bouncers, and he was also someone who could move the ball off the pitch. He did move the ball very well at extreme pace. So he was quite a complete fast bowler. Pace. He had the bounce, two types of bouncers. He could move the ball both ways, and he had a very good Yorker as well. So Andy Roberts was regarded as one of the great bowlers of that time. I mean, greatest by a lot of batsmen of that era. I mean, otherwise he wouldn't be called the father of West Indian fast bowling, modern West Indian fast bowling, not the old West Indian bowling. And Andy Roberts was a part of the 1975 and 1979 West Indies team that won the World Cup. He was also a part of that World Cup where India they lost to India in 1983. And Andy Roberts did a lot for West Indian cricket. Like I said, he was the first Antiguan to play Test cricket for West Indies. I mean, later on, Sir Vivian Richards came. He's also from Antigua. Richie Richardson, the great West Indian batsman, who was also the captain, he's also from Antigua. And Curtly Ambrose is also from Antigua. But the first player to play for West Indies from Antigua was Sir Andy Roberts. And he was really good with. I mean, he was like a really terrifying bowler. I mean, with the quartet. I mean, the company that he had, Michael Holding, Joel Garner, and Colin Croft, and even Malcolm Marshall was there as well. And he did. I mean, after retirement, he did serve in a lot of positions. One of the things he did was he was like an administrator who oversaw the preparation of pitches in Antigua. And actually, the two test matches in Antigua where Brian Lara broke the world record. I mean, the first when he scored that 375 against England, breaking Sir Garfield Sobers 365 in 93-94. Andy Roberts was the administrator overseeing the preparation of the pitches. And then later on, when Brian Lara scored that 400 not out against England, after Matthew Hayden had broken his 375, that also Andy Roberts was there. And Andy Roberts was also a part of the selection panel for the West Indian team. And he also did a little bit of coaching for the Bangladeshi team in between. And he also helped Irfan Pathan at a point, I hear. So he did get involved in bowling coaching and also as an administrator for West Indian cricket. And I mean, it's kind of sad, like I said before. I mean, he only played 47 test matches. I mean, the way he was and athletic he was, and he was injury free as well. But he bowled too much for Hampshire and West Indies in the 70s. He was really over bowled. Otherwise, he could have easily probably played at least 70, 80, 90, probably more test matches. But 47 test matches was really less for such a great bowler. He could have played a lot more. But even in that 47 test matches, he took 202 wickets. And more than just the 202 wickets, he really made an impression, big impression on the cricketing world. He was really feared fast bowler. He was probably, I mean, Malcolm Marshall was very good, I mean, definitely. But Andy Roberts was like the leader of the pack of that West Indian team in the 70s, 80s. Really feared. And Andy Roberts never really gave much as a fast bowler. He was always at the batsmen, not giving them much, and really constantly pressurizing the batsman with his line and length, his pace, and the bouncers. He was always testing the batsman out. So anyway, that is my video on Sir Andy Roberts, who is one of the greatest fast bowlers of all time, and definitely in the 70s, 80s, he was regarded as the greatest fast bowler by a lot of big batsmen like Sunil Gavaskar, Geoffrey Boycott, for example, and both of them, they all considered Andy Roberts like a special bowler. I mean, if you ask any batsman in the 70s, 80s, the first name that would probably come up in their minds would be Andy Roberts together with Dennis Lillee. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please take care and God bless you.